All right, we are back here at You Know What because it's right there on the screen. I am You Know Who, Black Irish. So this show is going to be pretty good. We're talking about weddings today. But before that happens, I'd like to thank everyone who's been supporting me everywhere from Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, joining up in my Discord, anyone on any channel, Twitch. I don't, oh, actually, no, I don't have Twitch yet. You tell me if it's worth it or not. I know it's a game channel. We're all over the place, but I like to spread my message everywhere. So just to say thank you for everyone that has supported me, tuned in, and new guys. Thank you very much for joining me, as well as the women. There's lots of women that join me as well, and I appreciate you, especially on TikTok. They kind of keep me from saying things I really want to talk about, but it's cool. I'll just edit it later. Anyway, so let's get to the show. This is about a dear friend, not so much friend, named Donovan Sharp. I'm pretty sure a lot of us already know him. And if you don't, I do have a video to explain just before I play the actual video I want to show of his wedding, because he's finally getting hitched up.
Any man who marries a woman past the age of 23 years old, you're getting leftovers. But yeah, David, listen, man, I'm not trying to be mean-spirited, but you married a single mom. Like, post-wall women, they get married all the time, but the men they get married to are very low value. They're beta males. They're pushovers. They're not real men. They're not the men that arouse these women.
So credits where credits due. This man makes fun of other people's spouses and different things like that. Claims he would never date a single mom. Well, somebody pulled up his quote-unquote girlfriend's bankruptcy records, because those are public records that anyone has access to, and they found some interesting information. Let's see, listen. And I'll give credit to the people involved. I'll link the videos in below. So there you go.
Devin is one of just a few women I've dated, older women I've dated, who didn't have any kids when I met them. But again, they're the exceptions. Devin is my girlfriend. She is not my wife. We have never been married. She is not a single mother, and we have not adopted anybody. I got a 13-year-old niece that stays here at least twice a week. Because Olivia, she's 14 years old now, and she's a beautiful girl. She could.
And so as we now look at her application on the screen and go to the section describing her household, it states, do you have dependents? Yes. Does dependent live with you? Yes. Dependent's age, 10 years old. Dependent's relationship to debtor 1. Daughter.
I want to make something clear here. I don't care what kind of woman you choose to be your girl. Be with who you want to be. You want to date a single mom? I don't care. What I don't like, and what I think is very laughable, is you run a course, you have video clips, making fun of other men for dating single moms, and criticizing those women.
Now keep in mind that this also contradicts everything Donovan Sharp has taught his audience.
I think that's one of the biggest problems that we have, especially with the red pill society. It could have been used for good. And I'm going to say this being honest. BLM started off with good intentions, and then the wrong people got involved and ruined it. Me Too actually started off with good intentions. It wasn't just for women. It was actually also for men, too. So it's supposed to be just saying, for us, you know, but the wrong people got involved and ruined it. The red pill had good intentions in the very beginning, but then they realized the hustle, the $1,000 seminars you go to per hour just to have a sit down talk to how to get the baddest bee you can find. This is where red pill became a shadow of its own self. It became a mystery, an enigma, but everyone figured out that it was a full frontal lie. All it was a scam to tell guys who couldn't get women, do this, do that, get big, get money, get biatches. There you go. And that became the problem. And men were just like, I like biatches. I want to get biatches. And so they started following these people and losing thousands of dollars. It's like the dating coaches for women. I'm sorry to say it, because these men are idiots, but they're gullible idiots, just like the women are gullible idiots. They fall for these people. They want someone that can help them. They want someone that can give them hope that they will get something in the end, and here you go. You end up with this.
About the types of women to avoid, going all the way back to his days when he wrote for Return of Kings, to his free ebook called 16 Ways to Immediately Disqualify Her for a Relationship, where he states that single mothers should be avoided as they make for the worst girlfriends, wives, and mothers.
I was a single mom. And yes, listen, I know.
I'm not going to lie. It is a hit or miss with single mothers. You could have a good relationship, but the problem is you have to compete with the child. You can have a woman that could either make you more important than the child, or have a child more important than you, or knows the balance. Understands it doesn't mean I'm not going to love my son. It just means that I'm not going to forget the man who's taking care of me. So those type of women I can respect, and I can also still respect the women who understand these are the barriers, this is the guidelines. I can't go any further than this because my child comes first. I respect them as well. And then you have the other ones that put the man before the child. 100%, that's a problem. It's too many things to deal with. So you can go out with a woman without children, and that's good. I think it's perfect, but not every man is going to be able to get a woman without children. Some men are going to have to settle because they lack the ability of getting a woman that doesn't have them, and that's totally cool. Just like not everyone has the same level of education. Sometimes you got to get the bare minimum job because that's the best you can do. I'm just being honest. The problem is that he basically is telling people who do that are losers when he himself is a loser for doing it. And the worst part is the fact that his followers still go along with it. This is why I say these men are idiots. They are following a false prophet.
Single moms are bad and this and that and the other, but we all got to start somewhere. Don't commit to them. You've been married before.
I have.
Okay, you've been married before.
I got married young, and I was married for a very long time. You know, for the 20-something years before we met, you know, as an adult. You know, for the 20-something years before we met, you know, as an adult. You know, for the 20-something years before we met, you know, as an adult.
I met you when you were 32. You are an older woman. Devin, my girlfriend, is an older woman. Okay? Yes, my girlfriend is an older woman. She turned 36 back in February. I misled my audience about Devin's age, but I did that for privacy purposes. Just listen, Dev is 45.
All right, I'm going to stop that right there because I want to get right into the new video. So pretty much this video... Swallow that. This video is pretty much him having a wedding, but not a traditional wedding. He's having a wedding where pretty much it's not involving the courts, and they're just having a normal vows. And I know this is going to be stupid, but it's just so. I just know that it's going to be staged, but whatever. I'm not going to leave you in suspense. Let's please play the video.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp, and I need to share the link. Copy the link. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I need to send it. Okay, guys, this is it.
You know my biggest problem with him, I'm sorry to stop it, my biggest problem with him is that he spends every time once he gets his girlfriend there, you know, the old MILF who is pretty much establishing him as low-hanging fruit because he's going out with her, but he's still alpha because alphas spend all day long talking about how alpha they are. He always has to make sure he's the alpha every time he talks. So he'll say something, or she'll say something, right? He says, "No, actually, you're wrong. It's actually this." And she's like, "Oh, you're right. That's sorry." It's so fake and phony that it's not even funny. And they go along with this. They literally go along with this, and like it's staged. It's as staged as a video on TikTok. You know that it seems funky, it doesn't seem natural, and it just comes off so fake. And he always has to correct her because he's an alpha male. Dude, you're an alpha male dating an older woman who has a kid that goes against everything you stand for as an alpha. Okay.
We were going to get married. I am now going to give the camera to our guy. Here we go. All right, we're live. No, you can turn it around. There you go. You ready? Let's go.
This is such a joke. My God, what are you doing? Yo, this is a 100% a joke. You can't even get your man, who I'm pretty sure you have already played and told him the deal. You couldn't fix the auto rotate on your phone. Come on, man. But you alpha. All right, don't get me wrong. I like a thick, curvy white girl. Totally nice, totally cool. Not hating on that. Like a girl that's not afraid to get boobs, implants. Totally down for that. Like, she's not the best looking woman, and you can tell that she's old. But you know what? If he wasn't pulling this crap, I'd have been saying, totally cool. Be happy with who you want to be with, because sometimes those bad bees are pains in the butt. But dude, come on, man. The only reason why people are coming on you, the ones who aren't brainwashed and drinking the same Kool-Aid that you serve every single day, is because you're a contradiction of yourself. You're a hypocrite, pretending that you wouldn't do any of those things, but you're doing it.
It says orientation is locked.
Cranberry juice is good.
And here we are, guys.
No, they're laughing and thinking, no, this is the joke, and they were all paid for.
All right, guys. Welcome to our wedding. This is going to be a very sort of informal thing. There is no what do they call it? An officiant. Pastor. Yeah, I'm the officiant. Okay, I'm the officiant, and I run this. So we're going to exchange vows. She's got a few words for me. I've got some words for her. And then I will, by the power vested in me, Donovan Sharp, she's the wife. Yeah, buddy.
All right, this is so fake. Oh my god, I would say it's fake, but I'm pretty sure a lot of them are like genuinely acting as if this is normal. Like I said, she's not a bad-looking woman. I mean, for her age, it is what it is. Some women age faster, but thick, curvy, like you thick women like that. That's totally fine. It's just the simple fact that you lied about it. There was no reason to lie, and you did it, and you were acting as if this is totally cool. It's not cool, bro. It's not cool.
Each day, when we wake up, we choose one another. You have taught me that the rent is due every day and not to take things for granted. A healthy garden takes watering, pruning, and attention in order to flourish. Thank you for demanding the best of me always. I promise to stand beside you, walk behind.
I'm just saying, do you really have to read your vows on, like, you don't memorize any of this? Like, no one knows how to memorize something? I don't get it.
And be a reliable source of peace for you. I promise to show you my love through my actions, words, and thoughts. Together our lives are great, and the sky is the limit. I love you, and I'm happy to be your bride. Go Eagles.
Go birds, baby. Cindy, it's been a hell of a ride. And the way we met was very unorthodox. Our relationship is very unorthodox. You're wearing a wedding ring now because, well, there you go. You've been wearing it for 7.5 years. But, like I said, I bring out the best in you. But you make me happy. You really do. I was happy before you. And if you and I decide to part ways for whatever reason, I'll be happy without you. I'm very, very glad to have someone like you in my life.
I almost cursed. See, this is what I'm talking about. I gotta be alpha. Ha, 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 ha. No matter how hard I gotta be. Ha, 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 ha. Like, I made you the best version of yourself. You. Really? Like, usually the other person comes up and says, you made me the best version of myself. Not Sharp. I made you the best version of yourself. But not only that, if we don't work out, I'll still be happy. Oh my God. Much 24 minutes of this.
I've been successful at many ventures in my life, and I've never really had someone like you. I really haven't. I'm glad that I made you into the woman you are today.
Just stop saying
I'm
that.
glad that you continue to hold that standard. Success is.
All right, listen. I'm not saying you can't really build a woman to make her better, but like when you say it, it's just like you're trying to boost your own ego.
Is really, really cool to have to be financially successful, but it's much much sweeter when you have someone like you to share it with. And so, by the power vested in me, I pronounce us man and wife.
I personally think half these people are people that was in prison with him that they owe favors to, and pretty much it's the only reason why they're here. He's cashing it in. It just sounds so fake. I'm like, ugh.
Okay, so now that we're officially married, I guess we'll take questions from the audience. We're gonna do 10 minutes of questions, then we're gonna be whisked off by ABC, and then they're gonna grill us. What? After we get cake. All right. Any questions? Questions, comments, whatever? Yeah.
Red Pill Meathead wants to know how you feel your life is over now.
Say what?
Red Pill Meathead wants to know how you feel now that your life is over.
Your life is over, bro. Yeah. It's interesting. A lot of people ask me this entire weekend, "Are you excited to get married? Are you excited about the wedding?" No. Our relationship isn't going to change. It's just not. What it really comes down to is our love for each other is 1000% conditional. That's the way it has to be. You don't deserve love just because you think you do. You gotta work for it. You know what I mean? The reason she loves me is because of what I bring to the table, and I love her because of what she brings to the table. If I cease to bring to the table what I bring to the table, she's gotta go, and vice versa. So I love Devin to the moon and back. I really do. And, we like to talk like, hey, maybe this will work, maybe this won't. I have a pretty good feeling about this. I think we've done the work necessary to cultivate a good relationship. But the reason why I decided to do this today, Pearl, you actually asked me this, is because she deserves it. You guys who have followed me for years and years, you guys know she's been there from the start. She built the website. She runs all of my back-end stuff. And as uncomfortable as she is on camera, she does it anyway. Trust me, John, she does not want to be on camera today, but she's going to do it anyway. So I'm very, very appreciative of you. You make me look good, even when I don't look good sometimes. And that's really, to me, that's what love is all about.
Aw,
and I want you guys to understand that unconditional love is not for men and women. It's for children and pets, okay? There must be conditions to your love. And this is both men and women. You can't love a man who's not good for you, and guys, you can't love a woman who's not good for you. You don't deserve anything. You have to work for what you get.
See, this is what I'm talking about. A lot of his message isn't wrong. It makes perfect sense. It's basically saying exactly what you should be saying. And unfortunately, there's no such thing as unconditional love. It's under the condition that you do these things, right? Because that's what a marriage is all about. Children and dogs, animals, they always get that. And men have always learned that they don't get that because of that. It's just everything else that irritates me about this. That he spends so much time being an idiot, doing all this excess stuff.
Just like Dev said, guys, success is never owned. You never own success, okay? It is leased, it is rented, and the rent is due every day. And if you don't pay the rent, every day, you get evicted, and so that's why we're here. All right, is that it? Alfie, what you got?
I just want to say, I'm not getting married, man, but I would do it like that. Yeah. That was alpha and boss as fuck, bro.
Oh, well. Who the hell are these people, bro? Anybody else? Questions, comments? Yo, Big Mo.
When he first said, you know what, she deserves this. How long into it was it?
About 15 minutes? 15 minutes ago? No,
Like 15 minutes in, like when y'all said, when y'all was like, all right, Donovan and Devin, we together.
Yeah.
And now you're like, you know what, this wedding, she deserves it. How long into it?
Yeah, I think it was about maybe 6 or 7 months ago. Because people ask a lot of questions about our relationship. Why don't you get married and this and that and the third? And it's obvious, right? We just didn't want to get the state involved. But believe it or not, the one great idea that came from he who must not be named was
Guy got COVID.
Private marriage. And so, as much as I want to kick the guy's teeth in, I gotta give him props for this because he is one of the main reasons why I'm here now, for better or worse.
That COVID's kicking his
But
ass.
it took a while. Yeah.
When I first was coming down to meet you a couple years ago to do your suits, I seen you be the first one. I don't know. I'm like, if Donovan's sharp, I might be going down. You might have a couple women around him, you know?
That's good.
It's episode 2. It's crazy that I'm at your wedding now, but
Right.
obviously my girlfriend Marilyn's here. Devin, what advice would you give her? One piece of advice that you would give this young lady right here.
You know, being very familiar
Nice
with
breasts.
where your lines are, because when you start sweating the small stuff,
I'm just guess this is the man cave and I'm a perv. Every woman with small boobs should just get boob implants. That's nice. Look at that. And I'm gonna say this honestly. As a man, I would totally encourage my woman to get boobs. Of course, I want them. That's why I'm doing it. But $10,000. All right, fine. Let's get you some boobs. Because I'm going to spoil you more. I'm going to make you wear dresses for me more when we go out because I want to show you off. I have a trophy wife, and you can make a trophy wife into any woman. As long as she keeps her body, right? Get her some new boobs. She can walk around and show off these nice, beautiful dresses because the honest truth is she's walking with you. It's totally cool. I'm good.
it becomes, the big stuff actually will blow up in your face. Where you just learn to let the small stuff go and accept it and build on it, not try to change it and
Like leaving you have something?
yeah, you just learn to live. There's some things you gotta learn to accept, learn to live with.
I mean, the honest truth is a lot of women do biatch about the wrong things, and it's just stupid. But, you know, be happy. Stop worrying about drama and just be happy with the happiness. You don't need drama. Leave that for television.
And you know, focus on the good things that you are getting from it. And it's really important that, you know, one thing I learned is that you need to talk to yourself in the mirror like you're a friend. But a lot of times we don't talk to our loved ones or our spouses like they're our friends as well. And I love that. I've never left the car. It's only been
Mindset that you have to have. And I'll be honest with you guys, man. I know a lot of guys think that I talk tough and this and that and the other. Make no question about it. I love Devin to the moon and back. If we were ever to part ways for whatever reason, I would be devastated and I would be heartbroken. But I would be okay. And she knows I would be okay. It doesn't give me any pleasure to say that. It doesn't make me sad to say it. That's the way it is. That's the way it's always going to be. And I think because she knows that I'd be good with or without her, I think that builds.
All right, I think we're done with this. So anyway, yeah, that's a Donovan wedding. Pretty much doing everything the alpha way. I'm going to get married, but I'm going to marry myself. Yeah. Hey, listen, I ain't mad at the player. He's scamming people. It works. Just like these dating coaches are scamming women. You're idiots. You fall for this nonsense. It is what it is. Have fun with that. Well, that was a man cave. I'm going to get some sleep. Good night.